Hey there and welcome back to YTTUBEGURUJI channel. Today, with the help of React, Next.js and the power of AI, we are going to build a complete AI fashion photo editor SaaS application from scratch. We are going to add a lot of real AI powered feature inside one application. We'll start with a AI skin and face analysis, and then we'll add a beauty feature like AI makeup transfer, makeup virtual try on and eye color virtual try on. For a fashion, user will able to virtually try on different clothes, bags, shoes, caps and other fashion items directly on their own photos. We'll also add hair and beard AI features so user can experiment with the different hairstyle, hair colors and beard style. And along with all of that, we'll build some really useful AI image editing tools like removing unwanted object, background removal, extending images, colorizing old black and white photos, face swapping and many more features. So basically, we are building one complete AI photo editing platform with 50 plus AI powered fashion, beauty and image editing features. And for the backend, instead of integrating authentication, database, storage from separate services, we are going to use a one complete backend solution that will handle all three for us, making the application much easier and faster to build. I divided this complete project into a small chapters so that you can follow everything step by step and build the project without getting any errors. And all the resources which we are going to use is free. So for the YTTUBEGURUJI user as well and subscribers, I'm getting extra credits for all of you. The unique link and the coupon code are available in the description. So make sure to sign up with that link. And before delaying, let's get started to build our complete AI fashion photo editor SaaS app. Let me walk through the application demo first, which we are going to build in this video. We have this beautiful landing screen which is generated by the AI. Then with the help of InsForge, we added the authentication. So for the new user, you can simply sign up, or if you are existing user, you can sign in. We added a Google and email password authentication. Simply sign in with Google. Once you sign in, it will redirect you to the dashboard page where we have this professional, high class and responsive UI UX for the application. On the left side, you will see a sidebar with few options like AI tools, then some option like my project, billing, and at the bottom of the footer, you will see how many credits are remaining, which you can also access. Now on this dashboard, you will see a quick tools which you can access directly and my recent projects. Now for example, if I go to this beauty tools, it will redirect you to the beauty AI studio and then you can start editing your image. Now there are a lot of different fashion related features available. If you want to try AI makeup transfer or AI makeup virtual try on, you can simply select or upload your image or select from the existing one. Then you have option to select the different look for this fashion. Now I'm going to show you how you can add all of this look and all the details, and then you can set the intensity and simply click generate, and then within a few seconds your image is edited with a full feature. And here is the result. If I go over here, you will see the actual change, how beautifully it added and edited your photo. You can see before and after view, and this feature also I'm going to show you how to add it. Once you are happy with it, simply download your image and it get downloaded to your system. Now same with that, if you want to change the eye color, you have option. You can upload your own image or simply select the image to which you want to change the eye color and select the eye color and simply click generate. Straightforward, right? Now there is also a fashion related AI studio where you can add a virtual clothes try on, AI bag try on, shoes or even hat. Now if I select the virtual try on for the clothes, then I will select the text image and then you can select the dress on which you want to try. Now for this girl, let's use this evening dress and simply click generate, and then your result will be ready. Here if you see that girl now wearing that particular dress which we selected, and you can see before and after result as well. Only dress is changed with a realistic transformation. And once you are happy, simply download it. And there are a lot of different features and more than 50 plus AI fashion related feature we are going to add. Like here I'm beard, where you can change the hair color, hairstyle, hair frizziness detection, and lot of others. Let's say you want to change the hairstyle, so we'll select the any image, then you can select the style of which you want to try it on, and then you can simply click generate, and then it will automatically give you this style here on your image, and here is the result. Say, pretty cool, right? Now there are a lot of different features. You can use it in real case application where you are building any e-commerce site to apply the clothes try on, or some cosmetic web application or mobile application where you want to try this kind of fashion related feature. You can easily implement it. Not only that, but we also added this AI extra feature in order to remove object from the image, or remove the background from the image, or even colorize the black and white photo into a color one. You can even extend your existing image further, and that also you will find a different option how we can expand it. In order to generate a professional headshot for your LinkedIn or for your any professional resume, you can even generate that one as well. And all of these things I'm going to show you how easily you can implement and make this professional looking SaaS application from which you can make a lot of money. And under this my project section, you will see all the generated or edited photo under this my project page. You can access it anytime and simply download whenever you want. We also added an InsForge billing feature where through the InsForge you can connect to the Razorpay, as well as you can connect to the Stripe payment gateway, and it's very easy. In just one prompt you can implement it. Currently we added 3 subscription model, and you can subscribe to that model and automatically the credit will get added. You can even manage your subscription through the Stripe portal, and same thing if you are integrating the Razorpay, you can use a Razorpay as well. At the end, we are also deploying our application on InsForge platform. InsForge allow you to deploy the complete application on their platform. So along with the authentication, database, storage, even the payment integrations like Stripe, Razorpay, and you can deploy the site at one platform. So Razorpay is a complete backend solution for this SaaS application. And also I'm going to show you how you can use a YouCam API to integrate all of these fashion related AI editing or photo editing feature inside your application. So this complete application we are going to build in this video in step-by-step way. Now let's talk about the tech stack. In order to build this React full stack SaaS application, we are going to use a Next.js. Next.js is the React framework to develop the web application, and I'm going to show you how to create the project, what are the file structure and everything in detail. Then in order to add an AI models, we are going to use a YouCam API, which provide a generative AI API for skincare, beauty, jewelry and many others. Here you will find more than 50 plus AI model for the fashions, beauty, jewelry, hair, image editing, video editing, skin analysis and many others, which you can use it in real life projects, different use cases and many more. You will also get a free credits with the code mentioned inside the description. You can just go ahead and check the description of this video. Now for a complete backend solution which include a database, authentication, storage and many more, we are going to use an InsForge. InsForge is an AI agent native cloud infrastructure platform where you will get a complete backend solution. You will get access to the database, authentication, cloud storage, edge function, real-time vector database as well, then cron job, and not only that, but you can even use AI model gateway. You can integrate the payment gateway directly from the InsForge. As I say, it's a complete backend solution, so you don't need to use any different services for the different implementation. Everything at one place. And if you're really looking for the AI perks for your startups and individual, then let me introduce this AI perks box, where you will get an AI perks, all the step to get those all the AI credits at one place. AI perks box will give you access to the all the available perks on the internet, and if you see, I already earned more than $9,000, and in the last 7 days more than 25 users already get credit more than $30,000, and you can also get it. Simply join the AI perk box and then you'll get access to this all the perks. Now, in order to get a complete source code and the exclusive course access, you can simply go to the tubeguruji.com. I will put the link in the description. This project source code also available on the tubeguruji.com. All the prompt in order to build this project is also available under the prompt box project, and each course is divided into a small chapters, so you can learn and track each of the course directly on the tubeguruji.com as well. Also, we are going to use a cursor AI agent to build this complete application. So I'm going to show you some tricks, tips to build this complete project in step by step using the cursor. So guys, without doing any further delay, let's begin to develop. In order to build the React application, we are going to use a Next.js. Next.js is a React framework to develop the web application, and it provides a lot of different features like built-in optimization, dynamic HTML streaming, React server component, client server rendering, folder-based routing, and many other features. Now, creating the Next.js application is quite straightforward. You just need to execute this command npx create next app at latest inside your project folder. So just open a terminal at your project folder where you want to create this project, and if you are using a Windows, make sure to open a command prompt and simply type npx create next app at latest. Now at latest will install the latest version of the Next.js, but if you want to use any specific version, just enter the version number and then hit enter. Once hit enter, it will ask, do you want to proceed? We'll say yes, and then you need to enter the project name. So we'll simply say AI photo editor, then hit enter, and it will ask whether you want to use a recommended default setting, which comes with TypeScript, ESLint, no React compiler, Tailwind CSS, and many other along with the app router, or you can use a previous project setting, or you can even use a custom setting. Now I will go with this recommended default setting because once you select that option, you will see it start installing some dependency like React, Next, React DOM, and some dev dependency for Tailwind CSS, TypeScript, ESLint. Okay, and then within a few seconds your project will be ready. Once the project is created successfully, then you have to open that in your favorite IDE. Now for IDE, we are going to use an AI cursor agent. Now cursor recently launched a new plan for Indian user. Now you can use a cursor just for 49 rupees per month, okay, which is one of the cheapest AI agent you will find on the internet. Now this cursor also comes with Grok 4.5, the latest Grok model, along with the cursor composer 2.5. Then you can use a multiple agent with this cursor. You can use the cursor on your mobile as well, and you can add a number of different plugins in your workflow. And I will put the link in the description to get access to this cursor start plan, so you can just join it for 649 rupees per month. You also have free option. I will put the link in the description. Go ahead and just sign up with that link, okay, in order to get this particular pricing. Now once you install this cursor desktop application, just click on download, and you have option to download for Mac OS or Windows, whichever operating system you are using. And once it download, make sure to install and sign up with your account. Then simply open a cursor, and inside that you have to open the project folder. So basically you have option, just click on it over here, and then you can either click on open folder, then open and locate the folder where you just created your project. So in my case, I will go to the projects, Next.js React and AI photo editor, and then I will open it. Then make sure your project name is displaying. It means you selected this AI photo editor as your project. Okay, and on the left hand side you have your repo. Here obviously this is a new agent you started, but the interesting fact is you can run multiple tasks with the multiple agents, okay, in parallel. So you don't need to wait to finish first work and then start new work. Okay, as simple as that. Now there are a lot of different features you will find it. Now with this ID, if you click on this right side show panel icon, right here, you can even open the browser directly, or just click on plus sign and then you can open the files, terminal, browser, if there are any changes, and even canvas as well. Now if I click on file, you will see it opens the complete file. So let me close this so it will display, and then you will see your folder structure. Okay, now let me walk through quickly. So very first, which is the app folder, which contain your page, your layout, all the route, even the API will be inside this app folder. Okay, now very important file, which is page.tsx, which is the default page of your application. The layout.tsx is nothing but your root layout of your application, and inside that you will see we have the HTML and body tag, and through these children all pages are going to render. We also have metadata, which is very important for the SEO purpose, and you can even apply your own custom font. Okay, then we also have the global CSS file, which is the globally applied style sheet. So if you see the background, foreground color or theme inline, everything is applied through this global CSS. After that, we have this public folder in which you can keep all your assets, images, files, so that you can directly access through this public folder. Then we have agents.md file. So whenever we start entering the prompt or building our application, we are going to make sure that we are updating our agent.md file, which help us to save your token when you start a new session or new agent with a new task. So it basically read agent.md with a specific rule and other information. Okay. After that, we have the next.config.ts file, which is very important file because which contain a Next.js related configuration, okay, which I will show you later on how it works. Then we have package.json file, which contain the script, dependency and dev dependency along with their version. Now script contain to build, to run your application. Here in the dependency, you will see the version number along with the dependency and dev dependency as well. And then we have post CSS for Tailwind CSS. Now with the Tailwind CSS latest version, everything is moved to the global CSS file. So over here you will see it directly import the Tailwind CSS. Now let's see how to run our application inside the cursor. Now very first thing what you need to do, again click this plus sign and then click terminal. So it will open a terminal, and simply inside this terminal run command npm run dev. So it will run your application locally on the port 3000. Now you can simply click on it, do Ctrl plus, and then it will open in your default system browser. And here we have the localhost 3000. Okay. Now another interesting fact, if you click on plus sign and click browser, and then you can open that same localhost 3000 inside this browser as well. Pretty cool, right? And that's how it works. Now the most interesting feature of this cursor, if you see this icon, right, which is enable the design mode. So once you click on it, you can select whichever element you want, just click on it, and then if you want you can change it. Here we'll say change text to welcome to TubeGuruji. Okay, and then hit enter. Now AI will update your content directly. Pretty cool, right? And then immediately it will update your text. So you don't need to specifically mention, you can change this to a design mode, you can tell what the things you need to change, and it will only update that piece of code. And because of that, it saves you a lot of tokens. Okay, and you can update any element on your page. Pretty cool. That feature you will find with the cursor with any plan which you join with. So make sure to join the cursor with the link which I gave it to you. Okay, the link is in the description. Now you already know how to run your application inside the cursor and some important tools, how to activate and how to access all the tools. We also have the canvas mode. Right now we don't need it, but later on if we need it, I will show you how this canvas mode actually works. Now another important thing we need to do, we need to set up a ShadCN UI component library. Now if I go to the ui.shadcn.com, and this is the component library which we are going to use. Now it is very important, this some of the things you can add your own, because it helps us to save your token instead of just telling everything to the AI. The basic setup is important. So what you need to do in order to set up this ShadCN component library, you can even click on this build your own just to show you what are the different style and theme options available. Now if I select this style to, let's say, Vega, right? So this is how it comes with a different design. Nova has different, and there are different options you will find along with the font as well. Now I will go with this Vega option. Then you can select the different base color, then different theme color as well, say something like this, right? Then we also have a heading option. You can even select a different font. I'm pretty I like this outfit font, but you can select like Roboto or Sans. I think this is also good. I like this one as well. From this ShadCN playground, you will understand which theme, which style you want to use it. Now in order to set up, simply go to the documentation, and then you can just scroll down a little bit, and here inside this choose your framework, click Next.js because you are using a Next.js. Then you have to just copy this command npx ShadCN latest init, which initialize the ShadCN. I will go to the cursor and then I will open a terminal. Inside that, simply execute this command, okay, or simply paste it. Or maybe here I will open the existing one and simply paste this command and then hit enter. So I just stop my existing terminal which I'm running the application. Here we'll say yes to proceed and simply wait for the complete initialization of ShadCN. Now you have option whether you want to use a base UI, a React area and Radix UI. So we'll go with the base UI, which is a recommended one. And then here you have option which one to select, right? We have Nova, Vega and many other. Now I already show you the different design option, right? And we comes up with, okay, we'll go with this Vega option. Now you also have option to customize this. Okay, so if I click on customize, you can create on your own, but let's go with this Vega option and then hit enter. And then if you see, it start installing the required dependency. Okay, and it's done. See, quite quick, right? Now second important thing we need to do, I'll go to the document again, and we need to install the component. Now you have two options. Either you can install all the ShadCN component at once, or you can install one by one. So my suggestion is let's install all at once. So simply copy this command npx ShadCN at latest and add. Okay, you don't need to provide the component name, and then here I will paste it. Now what it will do, it will show you which component you want to use. Simply press A, which select all the components, and then hit enter. So it will install all the component at once. So you don't need to install every time. Okay, and then which help us our AI agent to save the token, because we already have the predefined components which user can or which agent can directly use inside our web app. As simple as that. And our ShadCN initialization is ready. Okay, now if I go back to the files, and inside the file you will see some of the changes. Now new component folder get added, in which we have the UI component and all the component from the ShadCN. Pretty cool, right? Also along with that, you will see the component.json file which contain a configuration related to the ShadCN. Now if you want to update anything, you can update anytime, right? And then you also have this lib folder and the hook folder, you don't need to worry about those. But for now, make sure your shared CN is set up correctly, as well as you are able to run your application inside the cursor. Now if I go to the file and go to the app and go to the page.tsx, so you can edit your file directly inside the cursor. Okay, now for example, let me remove all of this code and I will add a simple div, and inside this div I will use a button component from the shared CN. Okay, I think and here we'll say hello world. Now make sure to import this button component. So we'll say import button from component UI button, which is the component folder, right? Once you save this, go to your localhost. Okay, I think we are not running localhost, so simply run your application, and once it run, let's refresh it, and then you will see that button component. Okay, this is from the shared CN, which is already styled perfectly for our button. Pretty cool. So that's how, guys, you have to set up the shared CN. Now to build any SaaS application, we need database, authentication and storage. Now in order to get all these services at one place, we are going to use an InsForge. InsForge is a platform for the AI agent to provide all your backend services like the authentication, PostgreSQL database, cloud storage, edge function, a vector database, real-time database updates, cron jobs and many other, including the payments and the AI model gateways. Pretty cool, right? And everything you will find inside this InsForge. InsForge provides a perfect solution for your backend for any SaaS application. And if you are using an AI agent to build this application, then InsForge is the best choice, because with the InsForge you will see that how accurate it is, and you will see the actual result as well. So over here, if you see the comparison between InsForge, Supabase or Postgres, you will see the success rate, which is 100%, and it uses a 296 token as compared to Supabase or PostgreSQL. And the interesting part, InsForge, you can use it with the MCP server as well. Now in order to get a complete free access to the paid plan, I will put the link in the description. Just simply sign up with that link, and once you sign up, simply you can create a new project. But before that, I will show you the documentation how you can set up the InsForge. So either you have option to connect via CLI or you can connect via MCP. Okay, now if you select the correct framework, then you will see a step-by-step guide how to connect the InsForge. Over here, if I go to the quick start setup, then if you scroll down, you will see all the options in order to connect the InsForge with your application. But before that, simply sign up to the app, and then once you sign up, I already have an account, so I will simply log into my account. Once you sign in to the InsForge, simply click new project and give the project name, and then simply click create project. Now once the project is created, you will also see the step in order to set up the InsForge through the MCP, or you can even set up with the CLI. Now you can select your favorite ID. So for example, if you are using an cursor, then may simply copy this prompt and then you can paste it inside the cursor. But with a CLI, you don't need to even use the cursor, but you can simply verify the connection. On the left side, you will see some option like dashboard, where you can see all the analytics, the authentication, where you will see who's login with the authentication method, and you can even add your custom SMTP. Then we also have database, which use a PostgreSQL database, where whichever the table is created, you will find under this database section. Then for the storage, you can use to upload the images, files directly to the storage, and you can use SQL inbuilt editor, the function real-time DB, the model gateway for AI. Then you can even deploy your sites, or you can even add the payment gateway. Currently, it support a Stripe and Razor Pay. Okay, so if you are in India, then I will definitely recommend you to integrate with the Razor Pay, and it's very straightforward. But if you want to use a Stripe, you can even use a Stripe in test and the production environment as well, and then you can see all the analytics section. So this is a complete backend solution for your SaaS application. Now let's set up it. Now either you can follow this step-by-step guide as per this one, okay, or you can just go to the documentation. I will put the link in the description in order to set up with the CLI. So both the option is completely easy to implement. Okay, now for this once you create your project, right, you can simply link it. So you can just simply copy this as it is, then we'll go to the cursor and then we'll open a terminal, and maybe inside this terminal I will just we'll clear this, and then we'll paste this InsForge so that it will install the InsForge with the, and then it will also link our project with that project ID. After this, you can verify by just simply copy this command and then you can paste it to the cursor AI agent. So right now it's saying no access to the project. Okay, I think I log in with a different account, so I will just log out and then I will again log in with the InsForge. Or let's try to run it again. So it will allow me, it will just, you need to authorize it, and once the authentication is successful it will go back, and then if you see it started installing all the skills, agent skills and all of this information, and right now I successfully sign in. Okay, now you can simply copy this prompt so we can test this out whether the connection is successful or not. I will start a new session every time when you implementing any new feature. Make sure to start a new session and simply hit enter, and then you just need to wait. It will check the connection whether it's successfully connected or not with our application and the InsForge, and then once it confirms, then we are ready to implement all the feature from the InsForge. So over here if you see, it's saying that InsForge is ready in this project and it's linked to that particular project ID, as well as this is the API key maybe, and then the skill also installed. Perfect. So that's what we wanted. Now before moving to the next chapter, one more thing I wanted to add in this prompt. So let me close this, and inside that we'll say every time in each session make sure to update agent.md file with newly added changes so that AI agent don't need to scan complete project every time. It can directly read from agents.md file. Okay, so we are just telling that make sure to update agent.md every time instead of just scanning the complete project, and then simply send this. So that's how you can inform to the AI agent. So every time agent.md will update. Also I'm going to share the complete prompts with you. It's completely free, so I will attach that prompt file inside the link in the description so you can access it. And right now if you see, the agent.md is updated. Now if I open that, you will see all the changes, what are the things we implemented, each file's information, and so that it will be easy for AI agent to access instead of scanning the complete project, and it saves a lot of tokens. So that's why we are updating our agent.md file. Now it's time to implement the landing screen for our application. Now to add a landing screen, I'm going to show you the best trick to get a beautiful high-end and professional landing screen. Now instead of just typing a prompt and what we want inside the AI agent, we are going to generate the image first, and through that we are going to attach, and then we are going to tell Cursor AI agent to generate to implement the landing screen. Now Cursor doesn't support the image generation, So I'm going to use a ChatGPT. You can use any ChatGPT free tier as well, which will work to generate this image. And then we're gonna simply add generate web UI UX for landings screen of my application, and then you can provide your application name. So we'll say AI photo editor for skin and face, body, then fashions, virtual try on, then jewelry, or we can say again hair and beard, image editing, all of these fashion and beauty related photo editing inside this app. So I just want to generate landing screen UI UX image, and I will most probably I will also add dribble template style professional UI UX image generate. Okay, and then hit enter. Now it will understand your requirement and it will start generating that landing screen. Now we'll wait, it will take few seconds to generate the landing screen. So right now it gives this particular landing screen, but it mostly focus on the hero section. So we'll just say that we want to generate a full landing screen including a header and footer as well with colorful, we'll say design UI UX. Okay, and we'll say minimal design style, we don't want over complicated, and that's what now we added, and then obviously it will generate another one. And now if you see, it generated this beautiful landing screen. Pretty cool, right? And now if you want to implement the same one, simply make sure to copy out, download this, and then we'll go to the cursor, we'll attach this over here, and then we'll say let's implement landing screen for my app similar to attach mockup design. Okay, so that's what we mentioned. This is a AI photo editing app, so make sure to exactly implement similar landing screen for my app. Now after this, one more important thing we need to mention inside this is we have to create a small component. So here we'll say make sure to create small components for each section and make them reusable going forward. Okay, so going forward, what it will do, it will make sure that it will create a small component for each section, and that will be a reusable section. Now simply hit enter. Now you also have option to change this to a plan mode if you want to plan it first, but as you already know what we want and everything, so we'll just avoid the plan mode. Also, if you want, you can change this to a grok mode, composer, or any other AI model which you can use it. I will use a cursor grok 4.5 for this and simply send it. Now we'll wait for the final result. And once it is implemented, you will see all the changes it made. So basically it's added few sections like header, hero, trust bar, then feature grid, how it works until the footer, and each of these block has a reusable components. Okay, so that's also it added. And now make sure to run your application, and once you run, you can open inside this browser. So I will open the browser localhost 3000, and then you will see your application is now running. Let me open in big window. So over here, if you see, our application is running, and then you will have this beautiful hero section as per our design only. After that, if you scroll down, we also have this everything you need to look your best. So what are the different options it provide? Obviously this image you can update it. This is just a placeholder image. Then how this application work section. So this particular section is only we are fetching from what we are provided, okay, and then the footer section as well. Pretty cool, right? So overall our landing screen looks pretty good. Also, if you want to make any changes, for example in the footer you want to make any changes, you can select this design mode and then simply select the section. So for example over here, once you select this footer, right, we'll just simply say add minimal design, and then we'll say don't add all of these options, keep simple and short footer, and then simply hit enter. So what it will do, it will only take this particular section, and instead of updating the complete application code, it will only fix what you want to make update, right? It will not update your complete code, it will only update the selected code. And now if you see, it start implementing those changes as well. So that's how powerful this cursor is. So you don't need to worry about what need to inform to the AI agent. Select the section and then just tell what changes you want to make. And once it's done, you will see this section now is updated to a simple and minimal design. Perfect. So that's how you have to implement the landing screen. This is the trick in order to get a perfect, beautiful landing screen with any AI model. Yes, you heard right. So you don't need to very powerful or costly AI model like Claude. You can use any AI model to get this kind of design. Now it's time to add an authentication into our app. Once user click on sign in or start free trial, we want to navigate to the sign in and sign up page where user can authenticate either using email password or Google's Gmail authentication. Now for that one, we are going to use an InsForge because InsForge provide an authentication service where user can authenticate with the help of email password or even with the Google authentication. Okay, so let's go back to the cursor, and then I will start with a new session, and inside this we are going to simply enter the prompt and we'll say let's implement authentication page with sign in and sign up page, authentication with sign in and sign up page using InsForge authentication. Okay, make sure the theme should match with existing app design. So we just want to make sure it will match the existing app design. Now once user is authenticated, we want to save a user information into a users table. So that also we are going to mention. So here we'll say also once user sign up very first time, make sure to save user information to users table in InsForge database. Use email password and Google authentication for sign in and sign up. I think that's all we need to provide because we want what are the things we needed, and that's what we added inside our prompt. Now simply hit enter, and once you hit enter, it will plan it properly. As I told you before, you can change this to a plan mode as well anytime. It's totally up to you. And now you can also start another task. You can, because I have the multitask mode, you can run both the tasks in parallel, but we don't want to hurry on our project and we want to implement each section step by step. So that's the reason we are not going to activate this multitask mode, and we'll go one by one. Now once it is implemented, you will see what are the changes it made. So it added a sign in and sign up option. Then it added a server action for the InsForge, okay, so that it will add a sign in and sign up functionality. Then it also created a public user table So it filled with a database that also we gonna verify, and then it updated .env.local file. Now if I go back to the file section, and then here you will see what are the changes it made. Now before that I want to show you that when we set up the InsForge, right, it added this project.json file which contain all the required and confidential information, and then our agent.md is already up to date. It also have this InsForge.toml file for all the settings. That's good. But the most important thing, if I go to the app folder, now you will see an API folder, and inside this API which actually has the backend setup. Now for the authentication, callback and refresh, then we have the sign in page, okay, which I'm going to show you how it looks, and then we also have the sign up page for the sign up option. Now obviously this sign up, if you see, right, it uses a reusable component, and this component you will find under the component folder. So inside the component folder we have this auth, and inside that we have the small reusable component. Same for the landing screen, we have the reusable landing screen component which you can use it, and this is the best way to implement any application. Now let's test this out. So we'll go back to our application, and before that let's go to the InsForge, because we need to see whether in our database it automatically create a table or not. And if you see, we have this user table created because we already set up an AI agent know how to access this through the MCP, and it's already created a table for us with all the column which is needed. Now if I go to the sign in option on our application, then if you see, navigate to the sign in page where we have this beautiful animation when you open this. See, pretty cool, right? And now you can have option to sign in with or sign up with a Google and email password. If I sign in with a Google and if I click on it, you will see I sign in successfully. Obviously it's not showing anything because we don't have any dashboard or anything, but it's sign in successful. But once we have the dashboard and all of this thing ready, then this button will change this to a dashboard page. But right now as well, if you want, you can make those update. So here we can simply say once user sign in or sign up, then change sign in or get started button to dashboard, or we'll say studio button. Okay, so it will update that. But in meantime, we'll verify if user really sign in or not. And if you see this user, because I use a Google authentication, so it shows the provider and its email is verified and it's sign in at that specific time. In the database, you will see as soon as user sign in very first time, that user information is also added to our users table. It means we successfully sign in, and then it will update this button as soon as we sign in to the platform. So, and now if you see, once you sign in successful, it change this button to studio, and also you got an option to sign out from the application. So that's how easy it is to implement the sign in and sign out using the InsForge authentication. If you have any question, any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Now while implementing this authentication, if something happens, you can always tell AI to fix it. If not, then please comment down in the comment section, or you can ask any question on Discord channel. You can also follow me on Instagram so that I can answer your question directly on Instagram message. When user click on the studio, once user sign in, we want to navigate to the dashboard, and in this chapter we will focus on implementing a dashboard layout. Inside this layout, we are going to add a sidebar along with the sidebar header, and then the option like AI tools, keying, virtual, here, fashion under the AI tools, and few other options like my project, template and billing. To the sidebar footer, we are going to show a user remaining credit and user profile setting option as well. We also have a quick header for the dashboard. So mainly we'll focus on implementing this dashboard layout. So I already have the prompt, and whatever I mentioned, that's what I added inside the prompt along with what are the different AI tools we are going to use. Simply copy this prompt. This prompt is also available on tubeguruji.com. So we'll copy this prompt we'll go back to the cursor and then I'm going to start a new conversation. Inside this, simply paste the prompt which you copied and then you can hit enter. Okay. So obviously if you want to attach the design layout by generating the image, then you will get a perfect result. But right now this is just a layout, we are not implementing any complicated thing, so we'll keep as it is and simply send to the AI agent. Now we'll wait for the final result. In meantime, if AI agent asks any question for the confirmation, make sure to select appropriate answer. Now once it is implemented, you will see the sidebar, what are the different things added. Then it also added the dashboard, a top bar and then complete structure. If I go to the file explorer, so if I go to the files, then inside the app folder, you will see a studio folder which is a new route, right? So you can go to your domain /studio and then you will jump onto this page. Here we have the layout.tsx file which contain the dashboard shell, which is nothing but the dashboard layout. Okay, and then the page.tsx file which is the default home page when you jump onto the /studio route. Then we have different section, right? So in the tool, if you see, we have the different tool that we are going to add. Then we have the templates, project route and the billing. And let me show you how it looks. So if I go back to this application, then go to the studio, then you will see you jump onto this /studio page. And here we have this beautiful sidebar along with these options. Now over here we have dashboard route, then under the AI tools we have different AI tools as well, and then some other option. If I click on any of these AI tools, if you see that tools is the page is showing, and then you will see the route, it's inside the studio tools and the route name. Pretty cool, right? Obviously we did not implement any of this page yet, but as per our design or this particular wireframe, right, then you will see everything is implemented inside our app along with the footer section, how many credits remaining, the username, profile, avatar, and on the right hand side as well we have this option. But obviously once we add all of this page, then you will see the actual data as well. But for now, make sure you have the dashboard layout ready so that we can implement each feature one by one, because I'm going to show how we can add all of these AI tools so that you can just upload the image and it will transform your image, edit your image in a specific format. So if you have any question, any doubt related to the dashboard layout design, let me know in the comment section, or you can always ask any question on the Discord channel. Now let's implement the dashboard page. When user click on the dashboard, we want to show what are the different AI photo editing tools are available and the recent editing tools. So on this home page, basically at the top we will show banner, popular AI tools, which is nothing but the AI tools. From the sidebar, we are going to display with the proper images and some information, and then recent editing section as well below to that AI tools. So we need to basically reflect whatever we show inside the wireframe into our prompt. But before that, I just want to show you that we already have all of these assets which we needed throughout the project. So I will put that inside the asset folder. The link is in the description. Just make sure to download those and then copy as it is. Then go to the cursor. Inside that, we'll go to the files, and we need to keep that inside the public folder. Okay, so you can open this folder. We can say reveal in a finder, and then open inside the public. Here inside the new, we'll create a new folder and we'll say AI photo editing images, and inside that we'll keep all of these images which we copied. Now each image has a proper name assigned, so make sure not to change those, because based on that we are going to implement or attach all of these images. AI will automatically understand it, and now if you see, we have all of this image added. Perfect. Now next thing, we need to add a prompt. So first we'll say, now let's implement the dashboard page. So we'll say on click dashboard. We just want to open dashboard page. On that, at top show banner full width, or full width banner, will say show full width banner with text on left, and then we can add something, text something like this: AI photo editing redefined for you. Okay, so I just added this quote. After this, below and we'll say, and on right show some image. Then below that, show all AI tools which we mention on sidebar in grid format in cards. I will say in AI tools in cards which we mention in sidebar in a grid format. In card, show image on left and related AI tool name along with 2-line small description on right, and make sure to use images from public slash, and then you need to give the folder name. So AI editing image, or let me see what name we gave, AI photo editing image. So that's the name which we gave, right? So here we'll say AI photo editing images. Okay, so this prompt you need to use, or this particular folder name you need to use. You can change the folder name, but make sure that folder name is added to this prompt, and access all required image from this folder, and show max 6 tools, 3 in 1 row, and below that show recent projects by users. Okay, so I think that's all we needed. I think that's the thing. At the end, I will also mention, make sure to keep our styling and theme consistent. I think that's all. Whatever we mentioned, we added to the prompt, and simply send this. Okay, as you know that you can generate the image, attach the image, and then you don't need to specify all of these things. You can simply attach your mockup, and then you are good to go. Now once it is implemented, your changes is ready to view. So we'll go back to the dashboard, and here we have our dashboard page ready. This looks good, but I still feel that we can modify it little bit, because it's more look like a lot of text. So what we can do, we can go back to the cursor, and then we'll open inside the inbuilt cursor browser, something like this, right? Once your application is live, let's sign into this as well, and once you log in, you can simply mention what are the things you want to change. So I will enable this design mode, and for this one we can make we will just say that, okay, let's make height smaller, and I think that's all. Okay, and I think that's, let's say just we want to height, I want make smaller, right? After this, for this each of the card, right, we want to add a text box. So you can even select all of these, and then we can say here, make sure to add button below 2-line description. Okay, and make image height bigger, full we'll say bigger only, I think, and no padding to images. Okay, and let's send this as well. So if you see, both of the chains I sent side by side, and obviously for the top you will see the height is now changed, and you can see those changes on your actual browser with a full screen, and now the height is also updated. Now we also want the button for this one, and then we don't want any padding, so that also we mention, and boom, if you see, the changes is reflected immediately, and now it looks much better, right? So whatever the different AI tool we added, we just mention over here. Okay, now for the recent project we don't have currently, so we can simply say that we want to add the empty state for this section. So let's select this section only, and we'll say for now user don't have any project, so add empty state only, and then it will just add the empty state. But once user added editing the photo or something like that, right, those history will display under this section, so it will automatically update it. But for now let's add an empty state so that we can implement each section one by one. And here we go. Now if you see, we have the empty state, and on the click of Explorer tool, obviously it will jump onto this AI tool section only. So that's how simply we added the UI for the dashboard page. Now from the next time we are going to implement the real thing. It means we are going to implement each AI tool step by step, so that you will understand how we can implement those tools, how our image or photo will get edited with the help of AI. Everything we're gonna learn it going forward. But for now, make sure you are at this stage where you have the dashboard ready with the page. After implementing a dashboard page, now it's time to implement an actual AI in order to edit all the images. And for that one, we are going to use an YouCam API. YouCam API is a platform for a generative AI API for skincare, beauty, virtual try-on, jewelry, and they provide more than 50 plus AI features for your photo editing app. Now, you can simply click the link in the description in order to get a free access to the YouCam API, and here you will find a different AI model available with this YouCam API. Now under the skin and facial body, you have AI skin analysis, AI skin simulation, skin type analysis, and many other. For beauty, you will see a virtual try-on for the makeups, a makeup transfer, a nail virtual try-on, eye color change. Then for a fashion, you will find an AI cloth virtual try-on, a bag virtual try-on, even scarf, the hat, shoes, right? For a jewelry and watches, you will see you can add AI watch virtual try-on, and there are many others try-on also available. For AI hair and beard, you will find an AI hair color change, beard added, and many other things. And you also have an image editing API like remove the background, AI photo colorize, or even AI image extender, and many others. You can also edit your video as well. So everything is available and provided by this YouCam API. Now, obviously this YouCam API has the API with the API key, which you can get it by just signing up with the YouCam API. Now talking about the pricing, you will also get this API pricing for free. Okay. Now, in order to get the 500 units per month, here is a trick I'm going to show you. Okay. But before that, you can simply sign in completely for free once you click the link in the description. Then you will get some free credits. But other than that, you can simply navigate to the AI perk box. AI perk box will unlock you an AI credit for your startups and individuals. Recently, in last week, more than 25 plus people already redeemed more than $20,000 of AI credits, like on Lovable, Gemini, OpenAI, Claude, many others. And on this platform, you will also find an YouCam API units, which you will get a 500 free API units completely free. It's very easy. Simply navigate to the AI perk box. I will put the link in the description. Sign into the platform. Once you sign in, you can simply search, or you can even navigate to the dashboard And on the dashboard, if you see, I already earned more than $9,000 of credit on different platform. Over here, you can go to the explore perks and then simply search for the YouCam API. See? Then simply click on claim perk, and then which will give you a unique code for each of you. Now obviously each perks has a different step. In this case you have to go to the YouCam API, then click on the redeem code on the sidebar. So I already signed up with the link which is given in the description, and then once you go to the redeem code option, here you have option to enter the code. Okay, so in my case I just copy the code which is given to me, and then we'll paste it here and then click continue, and boom, if you see I got a free 500 units. We'll say confirm, and then I got this 500 units as well. So if I refresh this, you will see the 500 units I already received. Perfect, right? Now simply you can start using your API. So that's how AI Perk Box give you a lot of different perks which is available on this platform. Click the link in the description to sign up to the AI Perk Box and then get all unlimited perks. Now in order to test this YouCam API, you can simply go to the playground option on the top, and then you can test any of this AI model. Over here if you see, for example, if you want to select any image, then this is particularly for AI skin analysis. Okay, and on the right side you will get the result. So let's do the AI skin analysis. So I will start the processing right now. Obviously make sure to provide the API key. So in order to generate the API key, click API key, generate new API key. You have to give the full name and all the information, and then it will ask the expiration when you want to expire, it expired, or will say permanent, and then click generate. This API key you need to add inside your cursor.env file as well, because it might get lost. So what I will do, I will go to the file, and then inside the .env.local simply paste it inside this file. For the free user, you also get 40 free credits along with your 500 credits. So we'll try now. Okay, so simply what you need to do, you can go to the playground again and simply paste your API key, and then I will start the processing. So over here you need to select a different options. So we'll say skin type, is there any dark circles, okay, then how you want. So it's totally up to you what are the different things you want to get detail of, and then we'll say start processing. Within a few seconds it will generate the proper result, and if you see, it gives the proper result with all of these images, okay, what is happening and everything, and on the right side you will get a JSON as well, okay, with the proper image of this generated result. Okay, this is just a AI skin analysis example, but if you go to the beauty, there is a AI makeup transfer, right? Then there is a AI makeup virtual try on. You can try on a different parameter like eyeliner, blush, right? So before it actually buy or something like this, there is a lot of different use cases you will find. For example, I select this particular user, and then I will select the eye color, something like this, right? And then I will say start processing. So over here I need to paste the API key, and then I will start the processing, and on the right hand side you will see the result. Now this black color girl we are going to change with a green color eye which we selected. See how realistic it is. Now this is just a playground, but we are going to actually gonna create the SaaS application out of it, and that's what we are currently building. Now it's time to implement a first AI tool, which is a beauty. So we'll focus on beauty AI tool because it's straightforward, and so that you can implement any other once you implement these beauty AI tools. Okay, so inside that we're gonna go to the YouCam first, and you can go to the YouCam playground, and inside the YouCam playground you can test this beauty section, how it actually works, what are the different parameters you use, the source and reference image, everything you can find. So inside the beauty we'll add AI makeup transfer, AI makeup virtual try on, and AI eye color lens virtual try on. So these three features we are going to add first. Okay, but before that we have to make sure we'll set up the YouCam MCP in a cursor. So there are some steps that we need to take. So first thing, set up YouCam MCP in cursor. Okay, so let's go ahead inside the YouCam documentation, and inside that documentation you will find an option called webhook. So at the bottom side we will find this option under the other tools and click MCP just below the webhook. Then inside this there are some steps that you can follow, but if you scroll down little bit you will find an option for cursor. Now just simply open a setting and then inside a tool and MCP you have to add this custom MCP. So we'll go back to the cursor, and here we have this customize option. Just click on it and then you have to click MCP, then we'll say new, and from the documentation you just need to add this MCP. So let's go ahead, and if you scroll down you will copy that as it is, then inside this we'll paste it. Now you have to add this your API key from the YouCam. Okay, so that API key you need to add. Obviously we already added inside the .env, and as soon as we save this MCP you will see it is connected, right? So over here you will see different AI model available through the YouCam. Whichever you want you can enable. If you don't want any other you can just disable. You have that option as well. So after this adding this API key, if you scroll down it just say that whether you want to enable and disable any MCP AI from the YouCam MCP. Okay, now you can simply head back, and we already set up this. Then we'll go to the document to select which feature we want to implement, and then we'll copy the markdown for AI agent to integrate. We'll wait for AI agent to implement that feature, and then we'll test and verify. Okay, now let's understand how the design will look like. So at the top we will add a choose and customize option. Okay, so what are the feature we want, we will add that will show. Then you can upload source image and then choose the look, and on the right you will get the result. So I already have the prompt ready because it's a big prompt with all the different feature we want to add along with the UI UX. So first we will focus on implementing the UI UX. So copy that prompt, then let me close this and we'll go to the new session and then simply paste the prompt. So as I told you, we'll first implement the UI UX for this, and then once you are enter the and paste the prompt, simply send this prompt. Now it will create these three different features inside the beauty. Now we'll just wait. Now once it is implemented you will see what are the changes it did. Okay, and on this file explorer, so these are some changes, but if I go to the files and then inside the app folder under the studio, under the tools, it added this beauty section. Okay, now obviously inside the page.tsx you will see this beauty studio component, and this component you will find under the component folder. So over here we have this component folder, then the studio, and then beauty. See, and this complete beauty related studio page you will find inside this beauty studio component. Okay, now here we are going to test this out on the actual application. So make sure your application is running. So we'll go back over here and boom, if you see we have this beautiful beauty AI studio feature page. At the top we have the choose and customize option. So we added three feature: AI makeup virtual try on, and eye color try on. Then you have option to upload the image as well, say. Okay, and then you can choose the look. Right now if you see it's saying eye color choose, but right now it's not there. Under the test image there is some dummy images which is added from the public image, but here we need to add an actual data. But for now the main focus is to build this AI Studio's UI UX so that it will be easy to implement the logic. Okay, Now the next thing, we need to go to the document to add this feature. Right now we just added the UI UX, so let's go ahead and do that. So obviously we need all of these sources, right? So we'll go to this API reference, and then we are looking for the beauty related AI operations, and then inside this, if you see AI makeup transfer, right? If you scroll down little bit at the bottom, either you have option to copy this complete markdown, or you can simply enter inside the cursor. So we'll start with a new session. So click on new chart. Here we'll close this, and then we'll use a YouCam MCP to implement it. So I think is better, you can simply enter the prompt. So we'll say let's use YouCam MCP tools to implement beauty AI feature, we'll say, and in that implement these three things, right, which you want to add. So you can go ahead and check what are the things we needed, which is an AI makeup transfer, then we have AI makeup virtual try on, and the last we have AI eye color change, right, or you can say virtual try on. So these three things we are going to add under beauty, and we'll say on using YouCam MCP. Make sure to use sample images if it's provided by the YouCam. So if YouCam have some sample images, the virtual try on or refer or source images as well, so which you can find in the playground as well, but that's where we want to add. So add option from choose look based on select type. Okay, so I think that's all we needed, and if YouCam does not have anything, then we can add our own. So that also we are going to mention. So we not having this image or resources, let me know. I think that's all we need inside this prompt. Now we are going to simply send this prompt, and then we'll wait for the complete result. But if you want to add more, something like when user click generate, then make sure to call YouCam API and start generating the image, right, because we also want actual implementation. So here we'll say use polling if needed, because it takes some time, right, to generate the images. So that's the reason we are using polling feature in order to verify that whether the image is generated or not. Okay, and here we'll say save generated images inside InsForge storage. So we have the storage provided by InsForge. In there we're gonna store the images, and then we'll say an update to database for that user. Also, because we want to implement the credit things, right, so here we'll say when user join the join, then we assign the some free credits. Right now let's say 10, or we can change this to let's say 50 credits to the users, and deduct 5 credits per generation, let's say, right, so that every time when it generate, it will deduct the 5 credits. I think that's all we needed. So let's send this and then wait for the complete implementation. Now it will start executing it, and then once it start implementing, you will see how YouCam MCP will implement these all the features. Now we'll wait, and then we'll come back and we'll verify and test this. Now once it is implemented, you will see what is going to work. So this is works now. So when you click generate, then it will call this post API which is added to generate it. Then which are the tools are set up. So makeup transfer, makeup video, then eye color, that is set up. Then when user upload anything, right, it can trigger the YouCam task. then it will poll until it success and then save it to the InsForge storage. So it created a bucket called generation bucket, nothing but the folder, and then this is a public one. Okay, so you can save that. Then for a default user it will give the 50 starter credits, and for this generation it use 5 credits. Also it will update that sidebar credits, the credits on the sidebar. And now what are the things is added through the YouCam MCP server. So on the makeup video, which is nothing but the, if I go back, see this makeup virtual try on, okay, video nothing but the virtual try on. So for that one it added a sample. Okay, so here it say yes, pattern catalog plus CD and thumbnail. So it also added the thumbnail for us, and here you will see what we use. Now for example, if I go to this AI markup virtual try on, you can simply upload the image and you will see this makeup virtual try on. So we have natural brush, eyeliner or bronze glow, whatever, right, different makeup style. So this images is already added by YouCam, so you don't need to add. That's why it give what other things are added. Then for a makeup transfer, no look or template API. Okay, so they don't have any samples or any info or any thumbnail for this one, right? Obviously we need to add it from our local. And for eye color, it added sorry, it don't have any lens or any sample catalog, so we have to add that. But right now if I go back to this eye color try on, right, you will see some sample. Obviously this designed by in the code format only, but we are going to replace that. And for the AI markup transfer as well, it did not use the actual or any sample images. See, it just used the existing whatever the image we have, so that also we need to update it. So I already created the assets folder for the makeup transfer, then for the normal headshot, so that user can select the sample from it, and then we also have the eye lens. See, now what we'll do, we'll copy this 3 folder as it is, then we'll go back to the cursor and let's open the file. Inside this we'll simply open a public folder, we'll say reveal in a finder, so it will be easy to copy paste, and then paste these 3 folder. These assets are free, I will put the link in the description. Once you added these assets, now over here we are going to simply add. So let me, yeah, so over here we'll say I updated and slash added. So let me expand this, normal headshot for sample user sample faces, then makeup transfer for makeup transfer images as well, and eye lens inside public folder. Now use those images as reference image. Okay, so that's what we now added, and simply send it. Now automatically AI will understand what things need to connect together. In meantime, we are going to check the InsForge table. So we'll go to the InsForge. Oh, let me sign in again, and inside this, after sign in, you will see a generation option where once it generated, you will see that final result and credit transaction as well. If something generated, then it will update that credit. Now inside the user, you will see a new column added called credits, and by default it will add 50 credits. Then under the storage, currently we have generation as a new bucket, and on that one, when there is a new image generated, that image also gets saved to our InsForge storage. So all at one place, and that's why InsForge call a complete backend solution for your SaaS application. Now let's go ahead and check whether it's implemented or not, and it's look like it's updated, and it's also update the agent.md every time. Pretty cool, right? So it's show okay what is inside this public folder slash eye lens or something like this. Now I will go back to our app, And now if you see, if I click on AI markup transfer, you have option to upload the image, or you can go to the test image and select those images. See, something like this. Then you can choose the look, which look you wanna add, and then simply click generate look. Pretty cool, right? And very straightforward as well. Now for example, for this look I wanna add this look too, and then we'll click generate look. And now if you see, it's calling the YouCam AI. Obviously we want to replace that with a different loading state, but right now it's generating it. And in the behind the scene, it use a polling method. It means until you get the result, it keep generating, and boom, if you see the final result. So whatever the look we choose, right? For this look, it generated with our, this is our original image, and then this is our fully transferred image. So that's how it works. Now here you can add few more interesting things, the previous or before and after look as well. Okay, so how before after will look, and all of this option. Also option to download this image as well. But you understand, right, how easily it is to implement once you have all the information, and you need to know how to implement, and that's why this complete project is all about. You need to know how to implement in step-by-step way, and if you see, without any error until this point, we are getting the proper result. Now few things I'm going to update or enhance inside our application. So here we'll say when YouCam API is calling, then show proper loading instead of mention about YouCam. Okay, then make sure to adjust generated image height, make sure it's smaller, and hopefully it will not scroll. Hopefully avoid scrolling, avoid vertical scrolling, we'll say. Then also I want to add feature, add before and after image, generated image feature, generated image preview option. So user can move slide on image to see before and after editing, and option to download the image. Okay, so all of these things we want to add, and we can say fix. Also now once you generated this image, right, you will see our credit automatically get updated. So this is the 45 as the remaining credit. Then we'll go to the InsForge. Inside this, if I go to the database, you will see the new record, right, and obviously detect the 5, so it will show for which reason it detected. It basically save your all the transaction log. Under the generation, you will see the user ID, the generated from which tool or which tool it used, and the most important, the result URL. Now this URL is getting from the storage only, and then this task ID as well in order to check the polling. If I go to the storage section, and let me refresh this storage need to be refreshed sometimes, and if you see, now we have this image. You can view this image and you will see that generated image. Pretty cool, right? So that's how it gets stored inside your InsForge storage. Now if I go back to the cursor, now we'll wait for this implementation, and once this is fixed, you will see what are the things are changed. Now we can go back and check it out, and boom, if you see, this is the where we scroll, and right now for this page the scroll is disabled, so you don't need to scroll. But the interesting fact is, now we have after and before feature, where this is the before and this is after. See the change, right? Your skin, the style, the makeup is everything get changed with this API, and it designed very beautifully. Pretty cool, right? Now also when you update anything, right, it will show a proper loading. You also have option to download this particular image, and it will get downloaded immediately. and then you will also see the result. So that's how we have to implement this feature with the help of YouCam API. If you have any question, any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Now let me show you few other things that we implemented. For example, you want to try this AI markup virtual try on, right? So just click on it, then you can select any other face if you want. Let's use this face, okay? And then you want to try, okay, so I think this will better. You can select some boys, a girl's image for this, and then you want to add this smoky night, or let's use rose glam, okay? Right now if you see, we don't have anything, and we selected this look, and then simply click generate look, and once you start generating, you will see now the beautiful loading. And here, okay, so right now if you see, we got an error saying effect lip color palettes intensity is required. Now there are a few more setting that is important that need to be there. So in this case, copy this error, go back to the cursor, and instead of, or we can use inside this, let's paste this error, and we can say I got this error for, and let's see for what we got this error, AI markup virtual try on, AI makeup virtual try on. So make sure using YouCam MCP, if there are any required setting, then make sure to add those on UI side and pass correct / default value for each of them, each of the category, and then send it. So that's how it will fix this issue, because and those things you can simply go to the documentation and you will find it. For example, we got this here inside this makeup virtual try on, and if I go to the API endpoint, right, here you will see what are the things needed, what are the things not important or not required, everything you can find. And best and easiest part, you can simply go to the YouCam API playground, and here as well you will find those changes. So now we'll wait for this fix, and once you fix this one, now we can go ahead and check it out. So if I select this AI makeup, let's use test image, then let's select the image. You can select anything, I will select the same one, and then you can select this. Let's select this one, I think last time I select this one, and then you can use makeup intensity how you want, and then simply click generate, and now simply wait for the result. Now it's generating, obviously it takes some time, okay, maybe a few seconds to generate the result, and boom, if you see, we added the markup intensity too much, and here you have the result, okay. Obviously if you want to change this markup intensity, then it will give you a much better result. This is a little bit scary, but if you see this eyeliner kind of thing, right, it's beautifully updated. Let's do one thing, let's quickly change this intensity to half, okay, and then let's try it again. And now once it's done, now we have the better result, see, okay. So that's how this design will look like. Perfect. So that's how you have to update and make sure to test each of these things. And same thing you can do with this eyes, okay, lens, and here as well you have the light intensity to select. So that's all. If you have any question, any doubt, let me know in the comment section. After implementing the beauty AI tool, it's time to implement for the fashion. Now inside the fashion, we are going to add this AI cloth virtual try on, which is very popular, then AI bag virtual try on, AI shoes try, and then AI hat. You can implement other as well, it's totally up to you, but once you understand how to implement one of them, you can implement any of them, okay. It's very straightforward. Second important thing, that as once we implemented the beauty fashion, it will be very obvious that you can implement any other like hair, beard, image, skin and face, body, and many others, but just you need to know how to implement it in a step-by-step way. Okay. So inside these documents, I already noted down which are the things we are going to implement, so it will be easy for us. So let's go to the cursor, and inside this we'll start with a new session, and then we'll simply going to add that when user click on fashion, we want to implement a new page. So we'll say when user click on fashion option on sidebar, then add new route to implement the studio page for this. Now obviously it will use some of the existing component, but here we'll say we want to add similar design like studio for fashion related edit AI model, and let's make sure to implement, and then we are going to just copy this list from the doc. So these 4 lists I'm just going to add. Oh, I think I add the 2 same one. So this need to be a bag, I believe. Yes. And then let's copy everything as it is. Go to the cursor and we will add it. Use YouCam MCP to implement all these 4 options. Also make sure to add samples, reference and source image from YouCam MCP if available. Okay, so these are the options we added. I think that's all we needed. Okay, and on the right hand side obviously it will generate the same way. Refer, we'll just say refer beauty studio for design UI UX purpose, and then simply hit enter. Now once you hit enter, obviously it will go through all the existing implementation. Most probably it read the agents.md file, so from there it will understand it, and if needed it will also scan few more file. But this agent.md is very helpful and it saved our lot of tokens. And now we'll just wait for the complete implementation. Now once it is implemented, you will see what are the changes it made. So over here if you see what is included, so here we have UI mirror beauty studio with a tool picker, source image, look, generate, everything is added. Now for 4 UI cam tools, it added this cloth version, bag, shoes, hat for all of these, and then API. So pretty much is implemented all the things which we requested for. Now if I go back and let's go to the fashion, so let's open it, and then we have this all the 4 options which we requested, like AI clothes, virtual try on, bag, shoes, hat. Okay, after this you have option to upload your own image, or you can test with the existing image as well, and this existing image also provided. Then after that you also have an option to select a different look, so whether you want to use this dress as a try on or blazer or many others. For a bag you will see this bag option. If you want to use a shoes, you will see different shoes option, and for hat we also have the hat option added directly by the YouCam MCP server. So we did not added any of these images for this. So if you want to test, let's go ahead. So let's say you want to do the AI clothes virtual try on. Now if you want, you can upload your own image. I will select this image as a test one. Then you can select the style which one you want to try. So let's say you want to try this blazer. Then you can simply say generate look, and once you click on it, it will start generating. It will take few seconds. So right now if you see, we again have one error saying new row for the relation generation while the check constraint generation tool check. So this need to be fixed. Now in order to see what are different parameter, I will just go to the virtual try on, and if you see these are some parameters as well that also need to be included. Okay, so it helps us to get an accurate result. So what we'll do, we'll just go ahead and we'll copy this error. I'm gonna add it over here. So we'll say error for AI virtual clothes try on. Make sure to implement all required parameters for each of these AI tools. Verify from YouCam MCP tool and then hit enter. So it will make sure that from the YouCam MCP it will add all of these required parameter into our this form, we can say, right, and then it will simply fix our issue. So let's wait for this quick fix. Now once it fixed, so basically the issue was on the database side because the connection was not properly, and I will select this dress now and let's generate the look, and it's still loading. And once it is done, you will see the changes. The same model, everything is same, even the position, but the dress which we selected is now totally different, and then you will see the result. Pretty cool, right? And everything within a few seconds. You will see these shoes which going behind this dress and which is again still the same one. And this is how you have to implement all the remaining like AI skin, hair and beard and AI extra. Give a try. If you have any question on any of the part of you, if you stuck at any place, you can just let me know and I definitely help you in that. You can always ask any question on the Discord channel. We have great developers community who can answer your question, and even I am very active on the Discord so that I can answer your question as well. Now here I already implemented the hair and beard similar like the fashion or beauty which we implemented previously. So you can give a try and let's implement this hair and beard AI studio. Inside this I added 4 different options like hair, AI hair color virtual try on, hairstyle try on, hair frizziness detection or AI beard style generator. Now for example, if I select this beard type, select the image, and here you will see a different look. Now you can also come up with a own option for this looks, or you can upload your own. And here if you see the result, the one which I choose, which is a friend folk, and that's how it comes with. Pretty cool, right? And same thing you can do it for other option. For example, for a hair color and virtual try on, once you select the image, or you can even upload it and then select the hair color. For example, if you wanna use this hair color, simply click generate look. Let me try it again. So right now if you see, it's saying that you don't have the credits and it's 0 credit for now. So obviously you need to add some billing feature that will add later on, but for now testing purpose I just going to add some extra credits so that we can test this out. So I will go to the database and go to the users, because for that user you can simply update these credits and now you can try it out. So let me refresh, because so that it will credit will get update, and then we'll say here color update. So you can choose any person and then you will see some colorful hair, and then wait, and here we have the result. The color we selected, which is a teal blue, and then you will see a proper result. Your face, everything is same, only the hair color is changed. And same thing you can do for the hairstyle virtual try on. If you see, we have different style to try it out. Okay, you can select whichever you like. For example, if you want to use this one, right, the messy bun, and then if you want, you can keep this your color, or you can use a template color from the list, but we'll use a keep existing color and simply click generate look. Now it will come with this messy bun here edit imaging feature. So obviously it will add that particular color, and boom, if you see the result, quite interesting, right? So that's how we have to add this here and beard AI Studio feature. Now it's time to implement an AI extras or image extra we can call. So we already have this option. Okay, now inside this we are going to add actual image editing feature like AI object remover or AI photo background remove, AI photo colorize, AI photo extender, or AI headshot generator. But you can explore more option on their documentation, where you will get more tons of different AI models which you can implement as well. But for now, let's implement few so that you can understand how to add it and then you can implement. So I just added this prompt and mentioning that we want to use it, and we also mentioned that you can use a YouCam MCP to implement all of these I will say 5 options, and make sure to add a sample reference and source image from YouCam MCP if available. Okay, and keep the theme and color consistent. Also we want to generate a new studio design. Okay, not the same one, so obviously we'll make sure that studio design is different. So we'll copy that, we'll go back to the cursor, we'll start with a new session and then simply paste it here. Now you can change this to a plan mode if you want, or you can continue with this, and once you send, then it will start implementing this feature for us. Now we'll wait for the result and then we'll come back and we'll verify what are the changes it made, and then we'll test this out. And now once it is implemented, you will see all of these changes. So what is included? So it added these 5 different features inside our AI extras. Then the design, UI, UX, what are the small things are changed, and all the details. Now let's go ahead and test this out. Before that, I want to show you where these changes made. So if I go to the file and inside the app under the studio, you will see tools, and inside that now we have this extra, and inside this we have page.tsx where it use a extra studio component that you will find it inside the component folder. If I go to the studio, and then here you will see extra, and inside that there is complete page layout with a reusable component and lot of other things, and that's what it is implemented. Now let's test this out. If I go to this AI extra, you will see these 5 tools. You can upload the source image or you can use the samples, and if you have any paint mask or some extras which you can apply, right? For example, you want to use a headshot generator. You can either use a sample or upload your own image, and then you can select the style. Obviously you can filter this out and it automatically created this beautiful design, and how many output you want, that is also added. Then for extender, if you want to extend the image, you will see the different option for that, and you can even select the sample. For the colorize, you can select the option to color, or you can upload the black and white photo and then it will colorize it. For a background remove, you can simply select or upload your image and then it will remove the background and automatically detect it. For an object remove, you can simply upload the image and then it will start removing the object which is not required, okay, and keeping you as a front. So let's try some of them. For example, if you want to colorize this image, so I'll select this image and simply click generate into a colorized one, right? So let me try it again, and now it's generating the colorized image. So we'll wait, and boom, if you see, it generate a multiple different style of colors, see, and you can select the one which you think is perfect, and once you are happy with it, simply download. Once it download, it will be available inside your laptop or system. So that's how easy it is. Now for example, if you want to generate an headshot, right, so you can select the sample and then you can select the style. So if I go over here and select this particular style, obviously you can select the output count and simply click generate, and then it will start generating the headshot for this your photo with a proper style. So right now we are getting error, it's saying no error, no shoulders. Okay, so right now inside this image, obviously you with our AI can't see your shoulder, right? So let's upload some different image. So I'm going to upload some random image, so we'll say upload and we'll select this image. Okay, and now if I let me refresh, something happened to the layout, So let's refresh it, and we want to generate the headshot. We'll upload the image, then select the main. You can select the style whichever you want, and then simply click generate, and let's wait for the result. And boom, if you see, it generated a beautiful headshot, and this is the original image, and the new image you will see on the right side with the suit added to the user. And this headshot, you can use it inside your LinkedIn profile or any professional job positions which you are applying for. Even if you want to extend, right, you can apply this extend feature as well in order to extend your image. And here you have different option to extend that image as well. So all of these AI extras is added to the studio. Now you have option, you can even change this design little bit other than the others studio AI tools, and make it little more interesting, which you can directly add to the cursor, and then it will automatically update it for you. But until this point, if you have any question, any doubt inside this AI Extra Studio, let me know in the comment section. Because next, the interesting thing that we are implementing is My Project section, where you will see all the research which you generated previously, right? So that you can access anytime, and the billing feature as well. Now let's implement My Project section, where on the click of My Project, we want to display all the previously generated result. Okay, so that's what our goal is. So basically we want to show all the list of conversion. So inside this InsForge, if you go to the generation, you will see the tool, the look ID, the result URL, everything is displaying, so that you can simply add those inside our project page. So let's go ahead inside the cursor, and then we're gonna create a new session first, and inside this we'll say let's implement project, or let me see what we'll call my project page. So we'll say my project page, where on click sidebar my project option, navigate to my project page, where display all generated result in grid format with proper card design, and make sure to show which AI feature applied for a generation with proper icons. Okay, so that also we mentioned. I think that's pretty much all. Use, here we'll say use pagination, and max size will be 15 maybe, or we can say 20. Okay, so maximum 20 will display. If there is a more than 20, then you will go to the next page. Show recent generation first. Okay, at top add nice and proper matching banner as well. So we also want banner at the top, and below that it will show the list. And let's send this. Now you can change this to a plan mode in order to see what it comes with. Right now we don't have any mockup design, and that's why we change this to a plan mode. So it will come with a plan first based on our project structure, the database column structures or table structure, and then once the plan is ready, we'll start implementing it. Now once the plan is ready, you will see the different architecture. So basically on the sidebar option click, it will go to the new page, and then it will show the banner at the top, the grid, and pagination link. Then you will see the data layer, what are the different things gonna change inside database side, what are the new AUI component it's gonna implement, and some out of scope, and these are some to do tasks for AI agent to implement. Once you are happy with it, simply click build. But if you want to make any plan change, you can simply enter that inside the plan change, and then it will make the update accordingly. But let's implement this. So we'll say build, and then it will start building the task, and if you see it executing one task at a time. So we'll wait for the complete implementation and then we'll test this out. And once it is implemented, you will see what are the different things are changed and what we get and what are the key files change. Okay, so let's test this out. So we'll go back, and under the my project you will see at the top we have the banner as we requested and then all the result. So we have the recent one at the top and it will show when that generation happened. So 55 minutes ago, this is 58 minutes ago, and so on. See, okay, and that's how it show you the proper detail. Obviously you can open it and you have option to download any of the generated image so that you can keep your generation for a long time inside this under the my project section. But once this is more than 20, then it will automatically add a pagination, and on the click you can go back to the old generation as well. As simple as that, right? So that's how simple it is to implementing the my project. If you have any question, any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Now let's implement the most important part of any SaaS application, which is a billing feature. Now in order to add a payment gateway, you have two options, because InsForge provide a two different payment gateway. The Stripe, which is mostly available worldwide, but if you are from India, then the Razorpay option is also available and it's very easy to integrate, and that's what we are looking. Also we have to keep making sure that we are using a credit based system. So for example, if user subscribe to the monthly plan, then we are going to add a monthly credit every to his user's account, right? Or also we have the free plan or a yearly or lifetime plan if you want to add. So this plan you have to make sure to note down first, then what are the features you want to give in that each of the plan. You have to mention how many credits you want to give, and then you can start implementing it. So first thing first, we'll go to the InsForge, and inside that go to the payment. Then you have to configure the Stripe API key. Right now, for example, I'm going to use Stripe, but in the same way, you can follow and implement for the Razorpay. Now first we'll go to the Stripe, and then we will log into the dashboard, and then we will go to the sandbox mode because currently we inside the test environment. Once we change to the live environment, then you have to add a live API key. So let's go to the stripe.com and then we'll sign in. And inside this, make sure once you sign in, you will go to the sandbox mode. So over here, currently I am already in the sandbox mode. So we'll find this option. From here, you will get the secret key and the publisher key. Now, once you are in the sandbox mode, you have to go to the developers and API key, and then you have to copy the secret key. Okay, and then once you copy this secret key, you will find under this section, right? Or you can go to the developer, and developer you can go to the API key, same thing. After this, we'll click on the configure Stripe, and then we'll add this key over here and simply click it. Now this is just for testing purpose, right? But once you are in the production, then you have to make sure to add a live key. Okay, and that's how your Stripe is now integrated with the InsForge. You can even update the webhook, that we'll see later on. But for now, once you add that, you will see over here catalog that what are the products added, the subscriptions and all the information. But before that, let's go to the cursor. Let's create a new session and let's implement the billing feature. So we have to properly add each of the things in the prompt. So here we'll say, let's implement the billing feature using InsForge Stripe payment. Now using InsForge MCP, add Stripe payment gateway, and I want to add monthly subscription model. So let's add 3 different subscription model, and here we gonna say first free model with 25 free credits, then second monthly plan with $9.99 per month with here you can get, let's say, 250 credits, and for yearly, or you can make this yearly as well, it's totally up to you, or we can say basic plan, and then we'll say something like and pro plan, which is around $24.99 per month with 1000 credits. Here we can change this to, let's say, 350. Okay, and then we'll say 1000 credits. Now make sure to add proper points in each subscription. So if you don't know, you can just tell to the cursor that what are the points you need to add, and then connect to Stripe payment gateway. No subscription ID required, or no subscription plan ID required, just pass the amount. Okay, so we don't need to generate subscription ID. We'll see whether we need it or not, but right now we just say we don't need it and just pass the amount. If anything need to update in InsForge payment, then let me know. So we'll say if something need to update, then let me know. Okay, on billing page, so right now we'll say on billing page, make sure to show properly a user remaining credits, current plan, and option to manage the payment / subscription. So here we need to provide an option to manage the payment and subscription. So your Stripe also provide a customer portal where they can manage their payment gateway. Okay, so I think that's all we needed. Okay, let's send this, and then okay, but make sure I will change this to a plan mode first, because I want to know how it gonna come the plan with, and then we'll start implementing it. So we'll wait for the plan. So basically, when it's generating plan, it asks one question that two product decision changes the schema and webhook logic. Please answer this so they can plan accurately, right? So monthly credit for basic pro plan on each paid invoice and should be reset balance to plan allotment each month, or add allotment to the top of the remaining credit. Okay, so we'll go with the rollover. So that's, or maybe let's say you can just if the credit did not use, it will just vanish. Okay, so we'll say 1A. So means for our first question, the answer is A. Okay, and then we have free starter credits. Change the new sign up from the current 50 to 25 and leave existing user balance as is. So we'll over here we'll say 2. Good. And here we'll say InsForge type cannot check out with a new with a raw amount. Only price ID is required, right? Stripe test is already connected. Catalog is empty. We'll create a monthly plan with 99 and 2499 via CLI and map those ID in app config. There is no InsForge MCP in this workspace. Payment go through the InsForge CLI. Okay, so we are using InsForge CLI because we set up in that way, right? So I think we are good with this. Let's send it, and then let's wait. And now we have the proper implementation plan. So it adding 3 different plans: free, basic, and pro, with all the details. They have their own credit rule, feature bullet points, and this architectural diagram. You can click view, and then you will see the proper architectural diagram as well. And then InsForge Stripe catalog. So these are some commands it's gonna run. It will create a price ID for each of them. Then database migration will happen, and some app configuration. I think everything look good to me. So we'll start building and implementing this particular plan, and then we'll wait for the final result. Now once it is implemented, you will see that what are the things it's implemented. So it's added a Stripe catalog. So there are 2 pricing, or a basic and or a pro plan added to the InsForge. So it is connected to the Stripe payment gateway. Then some database changes. For the new sign up user, it will only add 25 free credits. Then it's added the billing UI, updated the landing screen with a free, basic, and pro plan, and some environments are related variables. Now in order to test it, it's quite straightforward. Okay, so it also added the step to test this out. So let's go ahead and test this. So very first thing, let me show you inside the InsForge. If I go to the payment catalog, you will see the two plan, the Aura Basic, okay, and it has a proper plan ID, how many credits it give, and Aura Pro plan as well. Now let's go ahead and test. So I will go to the billing, and inside that you will see a new billing page UI. So it will show the remaining credit, a free plan, and option to manage your subscription. Currently we are on the free plan, and obviously for free plan only 25 credits, but for the basic plan it is start with a 9.99 with 350 credits per month, and for a 24.99 with 1000 credits. Now whichever plan you want to upgrade, just click on upgrade to basic for example. Then you have option to make a payment. Right now we are in the sandbox mode, so you can make a payment with the test card, right? So here if I type 424242 something like this, then the month I will add some future date, any CVV, and then your card holder name. After this you can add a zip, and then simply click subscribe. So you can add number if you want, and we'll say subscribe. Once the subscription is successful, it will add the credit and your plan will be a monthly plan. So we'll wait, and boom, if you see the 350 credits is added to your account. Okay, now it also mentioned that when your plan gonna renew, and then you will see now your current plan is this one. In order to manage your subscription, you will see a manage subscription. Just click on it, it will redirect you to the Stripe customer portal, and here you will see your current plan. You can edit your payment billing and option to cancel the subscription as well. So from this you don't need to manage your subscription. Stripe is already taking care of it. Now if I go to the InsForge, go to the subscription, you will see who subscribed to your plan, which plan it subscribed, your customers, and the transaction it made. All the details in your InsForge backend dashboard, right? Starting from the authentication, database, storage, and now payments. Pretty cool, right? And that's how you have to manage everything at one place. So that's all for this billing, how easily and without any issue we implemented this billing feature. Obviously you can update the UI UX for this one if you want, but right now I am happy with it, so we'll go with this design only. But if you have any question, let me you can just ask me on the Discord channel, or just comment down in the comment section. Now our application is ready. Now it's time to deploy our application on the cloud. Now as you know that there are various different platforms where you deploy it for free, including the Vercel. But what if I told you that InsForge also provide a deployment? So on the InsForge dashboard you will see an site option, and here you have option to deploy your website directly on the InsForge. Also you can add a deployment, you can check the deployment logs, add environment variables, and you can even add the custom domain. Pretty cool, right? So let's go ahead and do that. So go to the overview, and this is simple prompt, simply copy that, and it just mentioned that deploy my app to the InsForge. We'll go to the cursor, we'll enter this prompt, then we'll say if something, or let's keep it like this, let's make it simple, and then hit enter. Now simply wait, and if cursor asks any approval, suggestion, or things to do, just make sure to follow the steps and then do it. But right now we'll wait. And if you see, our application is now deployed to the InsForge. Now interesting fact is, over here you will see this application URL, okay, and what it did, it verified the local production build, then it set the environment variables, which I'm going to show you, then it deploy via InsForge, allow list production or redirect to the InsForge TOML, and replied and applied them, and redeployed with a updated app URL. Now it also mentioned if Google sign-in fails on the live site, add this callback URL in the Google Cloud Auth redirect URI. Okay. Now let's go ahead and test this out. So before that, I will go to the InsForge. Over here you will see the application overview, deployment log, environment variables it added, and the domain, which is the default one. If I open this, you will see your application is now running on InsForge site. Pretty cool, right? No issue, everything is running smoothly, right? Now if I try to sign in, right, the Google Auth might fail. So right now it look everything working properly, but we'll wait, and boom, if you see, I can able to sign in to the dashboard. I can able to access all the things, my projects. Here you will see all the list of previous generation. You can go to the any AI tools which works smoothly, no problem. If I go to the billing section, you will see the billing section as well. Okay, now only thing is missing which I've just found, and you can add on your own, which is on the dashboard under the recent project. You have to update your project list, means whatever we are showing under the my project, you can show some of them inside this dashboard page, which you can add it. But other than that, I think everything is running smoothly, and that's how with the help of InsForge we implemented the database, authentication, storage, payment gateway, and even deploy our site pretty straightforward. So that's all. If you have any question, any doubt related to this, let me know in the comment section.